Go to the SNP spokesperson up in Scotland with Tommy Shepherd. Tommy Shepherd.
Mr. Speaker, it seems the Conservative Party's toxic political cocktail of British exceptionalism and arrogance has hit the buffers of the real world. We await Sunday, but if there is a deal, it will be a sordid and pitiful affair. Can the leader at least answer this? In what fashion will the government involve Parliament in this endgame? Will it put down a resolution, introduce a bill, table a statutory instrument, or simply make a statement which we can neither amend nor agree? And with 3 weeks to go, if the government does not yet know how it will present to Parliament our future relationship with the EU, isn't this not only a failure of statecraft, but a shocking level of domestic political mismanagement? It seems that the people of Northern Ireland will get to march to a European beat after all. In consequence, the government has withdrawn Part 5 of its internal market bill, but the assault on devolution remains. So can we have a debate on why Scotland is the only nation within the UK that is getting a hard Brexit against its will? If a bespoke solution is available for Northern Ireland, then why not Scotland? The arguments against are unconvincing. A border is a border. It has the same legal and economic status whether on land or on the seabed. Yesterday, the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster was effusive about what he called the primacy of democracy, saying it is for the people of Northern Ireland to decide their future. Can we debate why the government takes that view regarding one part of the UK, but not another? And can I give him another opportunity to say whether he will respect the outcome of the Scottish general election in May next year, something he has refused to do so far? Finally, Mr. Speaker, today is International Human Rights Day. Given his comments a moment ago, will he support a debate on the Justice Secretary's plans to review the Human Rights Act and give an assurance that it will not weaken the protection of the European Court of Human Rights or the authority of the devolved administrations in these matters?
Mr. Speaker, what a joy it is, as always, to hear from the honourable gentleman, who is such an uplifting advocate for the United Kingdom, because he comes on and he talks about sectionalism. What is the most sectionalist party? Oh, good heavens, it's the Scottish National Party that is the one that is trying to split up the United Kingdom. So I would say pot and kettle, but it has to be said that there is no kettle, only a pot. He then says that Her Majesty's government believes in the primacy of democracy, unlike, it has to be said, the Scottish government or the SNP, because they said, yes, what? Quite right. The honourable gentleman doesn't believe in democracy. He's against it because there was a vote in 2014 which was a generational vote. Now, the honourable gentleman may think that a generation is the generation of the fruit fly, but I think the generation in question is the generation of a person, of a voter, and we have not got close to a generation. But it's fascinating. The honourable gentleman doesn't want to talk about the success of the United Kingdom, the £8.2 billion provided by the UK taxpayer to help Scotland, and he doesn't want to talk about the disaster that the SNP is at the moment, its failures in governing Scotland, its failure in education, its failure in health, its failure in law and order. But he doesn't want to get on to the rather juicy gossip that's coming out of the SNP as well. What do we have? That the chief executive of the SNP, when he's at home, never talks about politics to the First Minister. No, of course not. He only talks about cooking. Well, it makes it sound as if his household is even more old-fashioned than mine, because I must confess that in the Rees-Mogg household we spent a lot of time talking about politics, and I must confess that it seems improbable that such a highly politicised family never talks about such interesting things. So Scotland is beginning to see through the SNP. We had a vote, the vote has been respected, and we also had a vote on Europe, and that vote is being respected too.
We will make America great again.